I have been victimized. I was in a fight that was not a fair fight. I did not ask for the fight. I lost. There's no shame in losing such fights. I have reached the stage of survivor, and I'm no longer a slave of victimization. I look back with sadness rather than hate. I look forward with hope rather than despair. I may never forget, but I need not constantly remember. I was a victim. I am a survivor. I remember the first time he called me out my name. I was looking in the bathroom mirror and I immediately froze. Staring at my reflection, I whispered to myself, "Did he just call me that?" Believe it or not, I was mad and I told myself clearly that I needed to break up with him for disrespecting me. But he said he was sorry. I accepted it and moved on, not knowing that that would be the beginning of my nightmare. The verbal and emotional abuse gradually worsened over time, destroying my self-esteem, my self-worth, my core. The verbal and emotional abuse developed into physical abuse. The first time he put his hands on me, it was around my neck, on the floor beside my bed. As I was losing conscience, my life flashed before me in a split second. I thought about my kids, my mom, my dad. I had just enough time to ask God to take me to heaven. But it wasn't my time to go. As my eyes rolled behind my head, he let my throat go. When I came to, I was more terrified than ever. I know I should have been convinced to leave, but I was convinced to stay because that very act had proven to me that he was capable of killing me. I was trapped. He always said, what I know now, all abusers say to their victims to keep them in fear. If he couldn't have me, no one would. I truly believed in my heart that he would kill me. During my abusive years, my abuser slapped, punched, pinched, spat in my face. He kicked me. He beat me with a belt, threw dirt in my face, called me every ugly name you could imagine. I was in a very dark place, helpless and without hope. Just take a minute and close your eyes and take a walk in my shoes. Imagine being in a dark room with no windows or doors. In my mind, there was no escape. Open your eyes. I wore an invisible mask when I walked outside my house. No one knew by looking at me what I was going through. I had mastered the okay look. My abuse went on for several years, affecting me, my children, family, and friends. My story doesn't end there. I eventually got up enough courage to leave, and I never turned back. During the first 5 years of my career, I would go to work every day and handle domestic violence calls. I would counsel victims, protect their children, and put the abusers in jail. Then I would go home to my own abuse. I'm here today as an example of how domestic violence crosses all boundaries, even your profession. I am a survivor, and I'm here to let you know that you too can survive.